Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. My Skies 5D reached out to me on a comment and said, can I break one of his videos down? Boy, did I find a good one. And let's check it out, y'all. My Skies 5D on YouTube. Let's take a look. Good soundtrack, too. Let me pause this right quick and show you the title. 5D dragons are in the sky. 3D monsters in our heads. Check this out.
It's just like my mother, she told me so.
Now look at that, folks. I'm going to pause that right there. Look at that, folks. You know I got screenshots. And I got a quick breakdown from a Mobby video. Look at that, folks. Wow. Let's keep it going. Beautiful. Monsters that hide in my bed. Monsters hiding under my bed. Look at that. Dope song. Okay, and I'm gonna skip. Look at this, folks. Another firecracker song. Get y'all Shazam out. Fire song, folks. Have mercy. Y'all seeing this, folks? Screenshots gonna be crazy. Look at this. Real quick, moving on.
Stolen crown, let it run.
Whew, listen, I could have let that whole thing play just from the music alone. And the video, whew, fire. Now, again, My Skies 5D. Great production. Great music in the video. And I got to put y'all on to the music. Okay? There we go. Crazy. Okay? And we're going to move on. And I'm going to show you some of the screenshots that are ridiculous. Let's go. Let's go with this one first. Boom. Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. Okay? Now take a look at this, folks. Let me get it together. See the giant formations. Okay? I put a quick video up from the Avengers movie showing you these creatures that float through the sky, that move like fish. Their bodies are wiggling. They have wings and everything. This is a giant crocodile, folks. Okay? Here's his wings right here. Here's his body. Now I'm going to zoom in on that and show you. And I already showed you the title of the video, 5D Dragons. 3D dragons. It's crazy, folks. Now I'm gonna go to the shot that I put some contrast on. I'm getting a super crazy helicopter flyover right now too. Just take a look at that. Look at that, folks. And we're gonna get to this spot right here. Trust me. I'm gonna zoom out. Look at the organic flow of the wings. Look at the detail and structure in the creature's head. And here's the body. That's an extreme close-up of the head, folks. Horns, spikes, and everything. And here is the eyeball. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to the original. Pull down the contrast. Look at that, folks. Look how this flows. Totally organic. This picture is fire. Look at the detail in the snout. And the crazy green looking horn that's on the head, and clearly the eye. Okay, moving on. Just take a look at this, folks. I didn't do anything to this picture. This is just a screenshot. This is, remember, the crocodile. Going straight this way. Now we're catching it going up. You see the wing. You see the body. You see the head. Even though it's cut off, you still can see it. I want to show y'all something else. It's a woman laying on the back of the creature. Here's her white gown and her arm. I'm going to zoom in on just her. You're going to be able to see her face and the blackness of her hair. That's her head. That's her hair. You see her? Separate from the creature's gigantic wing or fin or flipper. And here is an enhanced version of it, so it could be clear. And here she is. I'm going to zoom in just on her. On the female entity. Here's her face. Crazy looking ponytail, black hair. Here's her arm sticking out and her white garment. I'm going to zoom out for perspective. If you look close, you can see female genitalia that look like breasts. I'll zoom in tighter and pull down some light. You see the breastplate? It's feminine. You see breast. Here's her neckline. I'll zoom out. Pull the light back to normal. Autofocus. And hold that in tight. Head, ponytail hair, arm sticking out, breast laying on the back of this creature. And here's the creature's flipper or wing. You can see the detail and structure in it. Just try to let it focus in. This is a whole situation going on here, folks. Look at this. I'm going to zoom out to give you the whole picture. I'm battling with sun glare through the window, but hopefully this translates. And then when we zoom in on the crocodile's head, you still can see the partial of the eye and the detail and the scales of the reptile. And that's the woman's face. Look at that, folks. That is super crazy. Still can see the breastplate. Some type of angelic being riding on the back of a giant beast. And there it is without any contrast. And you still can see the same thing. The organic motion of the flipper or wing. The detail in the woman. You still can see the breastplate that is feminine. Beautiful. Look at that, folks. You see it. Now we have the dragon. I'll do some contrast on this for the people so they can see it. Look at that. Doesn't get any more clear than that. And let me show you some of the detail that's in this thing. Clearly you can see the giant eye. You see bony ridges and spikes on his back. This thing has a horn protruding out the front of its nose. You can see the detail in its mouth. And it has another giant horn or tusk poking out here. I'm going to zoom in and show you. Look at the detail in the front of this thing. It's like the head of a snake. And if you look close, you can see its tongue is slithering out in a serpentine fashion, meaning a S formation. Can't make it up, folks. See it? The mouth is gaped open. The tongue is slithering out. And we're going to get into other pictures of that to show you that it's not a fluke. And even from distance, you still can see it. Look at the ridges on the back of it. This is not clouds making shapes. This is intelligence, people. That's one with no contrast. Just organic screenshot from the video, from the original. And you still can see the tongue slithering out. Here we have the bigger form of the picture with the giant serpent, dragon. And to make it even more clear, remember I told you the tongue was serpentining out of his mouth? Here it is, with the fork on the end, just like a snake. Seeing is believing. I see different. Not a fluke, people. Pull down some light so you can see the giant dragon, the serpent, with the tongue sticking out, flying through our atmosphere, wings. And look at this geometry that's right here. Always some type of vessel or craft. Pull out for perspective so you can see. Unbelievable, but believable. Look at that, folks. You see that tongue coming right out of the beast. I'll zoom in and square it up. Next shot. Same shot, just enhanced so we can see clearer. And I'm going to show you some anomalies. The beast we just reviewed. Now you clearly can see the spike that's on its head. The spikes all going across the top of his skull, down his neck. You see his mouth is open, and that's the forked part of the tongue. Seeing is believing. Okay? Now I'm going to take you over here. This is an angelic being right here. It didn't show up too good with the contrast on it, but I'm going to take you to the original right here. Washed in light, but I will bring it down to show you. It's very hard to translate. Let's see if we have a better shot, you know, maybe in the further shots. But this entity right here, it's like he's laying back. Here's his body, here's his head, and his wings are extended out. When we get to other screenshots, it'll come through better. But I'm going to take you here. We have a situation where we have a humanoid figure standing up. You see the square shoulders, you see his head, and there's a woman entity that's right above him right here. Here's her head, and her body is on this type of angle. And here's the male entity. It looks like they're cradling children. That's the face of the being right there. You see the shoulders going across. Look like it's wearing some type of design. Almost look like a military general that has the patches and emblems and symbols. Can't make it up. You see it, folks. You can see clearly it's something on its head. hair. I don't know what it is, but you can see his eyes, nose, eye, mouth, chin coming down. And it's standing next to this feminine figure right here. In perspective, they're right here. And you can still see the massive shoulders on that entity. Okay, we'll zoom out. Okay, move on. Here we get a clear shot of one of the angelic beings that I mentioned earlier. I'm going to pull down some of the light so it can translate through. Right here. See when I turn the light up how he glows? But his body is right here. These are wings. Like a fairy of sorts. Crazy. And of course with the giant serpent with the tongue sticking out. Unbelievable. Again. The man, the woman, and a group of entities that's standing around them. Massive formation, all moving intelligently, folks. And then again, the angelic being that's like laying on his back up here with the wings extended out. Looks like a face looking up. Unbelievable. This stuff is so crazy, folks. Another entity or creature. Always looking like something from the sea. I'm going to zoom in just on the head of it so you can see it for yourself. His mouth is wide open. Here's the scales on the top of his head. Here's the underbelly of it. And then when we zoom in, you'll see what looks like tentacles, fins, flippers, almost like jellyfish-like appendages that help these entities propel themselves through the waters above or the sky. Look at that. There's no way in the world you should be seeing that. I mean, serious, straight up creature, folks. Look at the mouth open. And when we zoom in, you'll see the spikes on the top of the head. Eye. And look at the appendages, folks. Like something out of the ocean. Legs, flippers, a membrane of sorts. I mean, that's crazy. No way. Here it is with some contrast and highlight. I got a breakdown of a Mobby 777 video coming up also, folks. It's crazy. Another close-up of some of the appendages that are coming off of this creature. Look at this ship in plain sight. Pull down the light so you can see it. Appendage on the top. I mean, literally like a tail fin of a fish. Side dorsal fin. I mean, but that's clearly a craft. But this is how they come, folks. The nature element of all this is astounding. Even the stuff that we fly on is all conducive with birds, wings, fins. That's something we have to understand. This is not new. So if ancient entities or peoples invented all these aspects of flight, it only be or makes sense that we would see this type of stuff. But I'm in this video, and I'm going to do a Mavi 777 video. I'm going to see if I can squeeze it in a day because it's crazy. But I definitely wanted to do this one first because a lot of people don't understand what they're looking at. You're looking at spiritual elements in the sky every single day. A supernatural world that we live in, folks. I think I'm just going to leave that there and let that resonate and then end the video like that. Show you the serpent with the tongue out. Unbelievable. Peace, love, and light.